Hello, hello, hello. How are you? I'm going to be giving you two videos in a row. One of them is scientific writing presentation, and the second is scientific writing publishing. So these are two consecutive videos. The most important thing we're going to be talking about now is how to present your scientific data, either doing this orally by presenting it or by publishing it. I hope this is useful to you. So number one, scientific presentation, as we all know, it's the professional way of sharing your observation, your introduction, your hypothesis, your results, or simply summarizing what you know about the topic, as long as it is of scientific content and as long as it is useful for your audience. اتفقنا? So this is what a scientific presentation is. So let's talk a little bit about what are the methods for presenting your work, your scientific work. The first thing, we know, of course, what we call oral presentation or podium presentation or platform presentation. This is one thing. There's also poster presentation, and sometimes you're asked to give a lecture. These are three totally different things. In order to give an effective presentation at large, we're talking about a general concept. We use the acronym PRESENT to give you an idea about some tips and tricks that you need to give an effective presentation. The first thing, the P stands for planning, and you have to plan from the beginning. We all know that planning is very important. The second thing is the R. It stands for reduction of the amount of text and visual aids that you are using. Make them bare minimum. The E stands for elucidate or clarify as much as you can. Please try to clarify the concepts. S stands for summarize the key results and the key messages. E stands for effectively deliver. N stands for note the shortcomings. And T stands for you transforming yourself, your own learning, and other people's own learning and the way that they are thinking. This is at large what present stands for. So what we say, plan the dive and then dive the plan. Plan the dive, then dive the plan. Deal? So what are the formats? What goes into my presentation? Wallahi, when it is an original presentation like platform presentation or poster presentation, what we call oral presentation, we will follow the natural content of the research paper. Introduction, methods, results, discussion, maybe conclusion. But if you're asked to give a lecture, it's different because a lecture is now mandated by who are the audience who are attending and what is the allocated time that I am being given to deliver this presentation. For short presentations, and sometimes you are asked to give a very, very short presentation, it becomes difficult because you're asked to summarize your whole work in 3 to 5 minutes. So it's really difficult. And this is where we ask you to please take care what you put in your presentation. 3 things are important. Number one, you have to quickly summarize the subject of the presentation. That's very important. Second thing, you tell people where you are now, what are the current results, the current finding. If you find time, you can speak a little bit about the latest advancements. For example, we just published a paper on so-and-so, or ongoing, there is ongoing work, and this is our future plan for research. The 3 very vital, important parts of this presentation need to go into this very short presentation. Khalas, we've finished the short presentation. Let's go back in general to some general advice on how to present effectively. Number one, اتفقنا, use bare minimum text, minimum lines, minimum images. I know they say that images are important, but take care or put only important images in your presentation. Provide only the essential information as the audience attention span is short. So we say that the audience attention span should be 12 minutes maximum. It's as low as 7 minutes. So you have from every 7 to 12 minutes, people need a break. So you need pieces of information that fit into 7 to 12 minutes only, not more than that. But take care, although you are trying to be brief, brevity should not compromise the quality of what you are presenting. And so it's important to utilize the best quality graphics, the best quality text, the best quality everything, because quality is key for you to be able to deliver your talk. And take care, stick to time. It's not acceptable by any means to take 1 minute or 1 second more than what you are assigned. Otherwise, people will not be listening to you and people will not be wanting to hear what you're saying. They will just be wanting you to finish. Let's take a little bit of specific advice. Well, in the introduction, it's very important to introduce the study topic, right? Where this idea came from. And at the end of this, you mention the aim of your work. Do not put the aim of your work in another separate slide under any circumstances. You want your slide numbers to be the bare minimum. We already have a deal. In the methods section, it's very important because people really want to know how you did the work. This is even more vital than the results, because they will read the results, but they will want to know in details what your methods were. Take care. What they want to see on the slide is the bullet points of the methodology. But what you will be saying out loud is more details as you can about how you actually perform this work. Be as helpful as you can. This is why we do scientific presentations. Take care, never read from the slide. Never ever read from the slide. It just says that you don't know what you're speaking about. And the worse than this is putting on the slide some text and asking the audience to read it. Don't ever do this. Only you need on the slides things that remind you of the key messages that you want to deliver for your audience. Take care. Think novice. Think that that the person sitting in front of you is new. They know very little about this topic. And to ask yourself, what can I learn about this topic in such a very short time if I knew nothing about it before? What can I learn and what can I teach in this very short time? So what can I learn? What can I teach in this short time? When you ask this question, you will get the answer, and this should mandate what you put in your presentation. Results are a key part of your presentation. Again, results are a key part of your presentation. They should take the most time and they should be spaced out carefully, and they should be allotted a good section in your results. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but take care. Your pictures should only be quintessential images or graphs, only the essential. They should include statistics and information, so people should look at the image and understand a lot more than you can say. So this is why you have to use formats that people understand. People understand ratios, they understand pie charts. Use what people understand. It's not good to use a format that people want to ask about and say, what does this even mean? A picture is not meant to be to need description. It is meant for you to be able to, it's meant to be self-explanatory. It's important to end this with the limitations of your study. You say the limitations, don't wait till people ask you about the limitations. And this is why we want to end with the limitations and with the conclusion. Both of them are really important. And the last two paragraphs of your poster and the last words you're saying in the podium and that part of your presentation should include the limitations and the conclusion, and make sure that your conclusion is so clear and so aligned with what you have done. Don't ever try to put in the conclusion something that you did not find in the results. Otherwise, people will feel that you have no idea what you're talking about. And then the take-home message. This should be the last word that comes out of your mouth. It should be stated, it should be clear, it should be bold, it should be aligned, and it should be rehearsed. You have to rehearse your take-home message, because this is what people will remember you with. Rehearse, rehearse, rehearse. And then we tend to thank people. Do not ever thank people who did not do anything about your work. Acknowledgements are meant to be in with purpose. So you acknowledge people who worked in the research with you, and if you have a funder or a donor, they also need to be acknowledged. but take care. This is not an Oscar. So you don't thank your mother, you don't thank your father. That's not what is intended. You thank colleagues, you thank donors. That's it. So again, we have title slides, conflicts of interest, then introduction, methods, results, study limitations, conclusions, and acknowledgement. This table tells you what goes in each section. Now it's time, after you've planned, it's time to deliver the presentation, and let's ask ourselves a few questions. What do we need to do? Number one, please capture audience attention. Do not leave the audience uncaptured. You need their attention. So plan very well how you'll do this. You need the key messages to be very clear and to be highlighted and take an integral part of your presentation. So make them as clear as possible. Do not rush through your talk. And in order to make sure that we do not rush through the talk, you have to orient yourself with the podium. Walk yourself to the podium and exercise doing that. Walk to the podium, go up, check everything, check where your presentation is going, upload your presentation in advance. And when they ask you to come up during the introduction, it's time to go to the podium. Do not wait till after they have introduced you. While they're saying your name, you go up to the podium. Don't ever read the title of the slide. It's already mentioned in your introduction. Thank the organizers, then start straight away. This will save you a lot of time and there will be no time wasted. Where do I look? If I have a small number of spectators, look each and every one of them in the eye. If they are a large number, take this, the lateral most, the person on your right, the person on your left, in the front, take a look at that one, take a look at that one, then take a look at the back, the farthermost to your right, the farthermost to your left, and keep roaming your eyes between these four people. What will happen is that the whole audience will believe that you have created eye contact with them. It's important. It gives people a sense that they are engaged. Now, how do I stand? Stand upright, open your chest. People like to see your hands and they like to see you standing upright. Take care of your legs. Both your feet have to be looking to the front. Do not close your leg. It just tells you that, it tells people that you don't have enough resilience in you. Do not cross your legs while you're standing. It says that you want to go to the toilet, something you don't want people to think about. And just stand upright and have an open posture. When people see your chest, they believe that you are receptive and that they can talk to you. What do I do with my hands? Have your hands open, move your hands around. Make people see the palms of your hands. When people see the palms of your hands, they feel safe. They feel as if they don't need to fear anything. Do not put your hands in your pocket, because it tells if people are waiting for you to bring the rabbit out of your pocket, as if this is a magic show. Do not put them behind your hands, or people will keep thinking about what you're hiding behind your back. Do not hold anything in your hand to attract people's attention from what you are saying. Have your hands clear, have them open. People need to see the palm of your hand. So just an exercise I'll leave you with. Reflect on a scientific presentation that you liked so much. What was it all about? What did you like about it? Why did you think it worked really well? Tell me more about that in the comment section. I will be happy to hear what you have to say. Thank you so much and see you in the next video.